Guys, it is 5 days until we have to move into this Airstream, and we already told our landlord that we are going to be done by the end of the month, and we're not as far along as we'd hoped. But in this video, we're going to start building out our new layout in this old Airstream. As you can see in the back, we have our complete electrical system all done, but you're gonna have to wait until we have all of our appliances hooked up so that we can show you how we installed the entire system. But if you guys want to see what we installed, you can follow the link in the description. Now, we are 5 days away and we've already built out some parts of this Airstream, so let's catch up. I was busy yesterday making the curtains for the front area. So let's put them up. What do you guys think? I'm so excited. I'm gonna see what Matt thinks.
Nice, baby. Megan, that looks awesome.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
We've got a little piece. Goes all the way around. So we can have it here. Or we can just pull it out of the way.
Okay.
And this goes, it can just sit like that. Same thing on this side.
Nice.
Yeah, you like?
Looks great.
Heck yeah. All right, ready to get the bench done?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, Matt and I last night, we came up with all of the dimensions to our front bench. And what we're gonna do is an L-shaped couch. Figured I'd draw you out some plans. For the front bench configuration, we have 4 sets of cushions. And we're gonna make this in 2 different parts. Bench 1 and Bench 2. Bench 1 will open from the top and have storage underneath. Bench 2 will have a slat method so we can pull it out to make a full-size bed. Now let's get started. Since Matt's dad is here to help, we're gonna do an assembly line. Matt's dad is on the miter saw, Matt's on the table saw, and I'm doing the pocket hole. This went so fast. Then it was time to put these pieces together. We've got the base framing done for Bench 1 and Bench 2. Yeah, seriously, just having a 3rd set of hands here has been just so great. So everyone who comes to help, thank you so much. And Matt's dad was a huge help putting these benches together. I'm gonna go grab the cushions so we can kind of see it in play, even though we still need to work on the lids. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And then we've got our cute new curtains. Last night, Matt and I stayed up for about 3 hours figuring out all of the details for this bench, and I'm so glad we did because it just makes things go by so fast when you're going into a project knowing exactly what you're doing. I am pooped. I can see our living room coming together. It's so exciting. Really quick, I'm gonna bring in something that I'm really hoping will fit in the space. All right, let's hope this fits. Oh, I love it. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We just weighed them. The one that only has 1 divider weighs 7 pounds. The other one weighs 9 pounds. So these are super lightweight. It's time to make it official. I'm putting on the fronts of the doors. Jesus, I'm tired.
The benches.
We're gonna secure the benches. We got glue. We got a little brad nailer. Super excited. I love nail guns. Nice, it did not shoot right through.
This is fun.
I'm having so much fun. This is the stuff I really wanted to do.
Good morning. We are finally back and in the daylight. I think we did a really good job on Bench 1. We're gonna work on Bench 2 today, but check it out. Nice open cubby. Comes down. We finally figured out how to use hinges properly after our first build and then redoing it. Another hinge. So So this is going to be a sectional couch, and we're working on the bench on this side, and that one is going to have a really cool configuration. Let's get to it.
Nervous. If this doesn't work.
Okay, so the hinge works.
Okay, so
Did we accidentally screw something wrong?
That's what I'm thinking we did. Let's see. Okay, so hinge. Wait, slide, 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 slide. It might. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna wax up the sides.
Whew. All right, I think we just have a lot of friction, so we need to just give it a little wax job. Proof of concept worked. We were super nervous that this wasn't going to work out and then we were going to have to just replace loads of plywood. One of the biggest things that we changed from the first iteration on that side is that we swapped out the long piano hinge for individual cabinet hinges. So that seems to be a much better option than the piano hinge we were using. So the hinge up,
yes,
that works like perfectly. Shit. Now,
oh yes.
Nice. Yeah, we definitely need to put some legs on. See what it looks like. Oh, it slides in. Okay, and we're gonna have to like shave the bottoms of all of these pieces. Alright, take two. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
Oh, it's not even that heavy.
No, every time I will slide it in. Okay. Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Version 1. Oh,
it's nice to sit. It's been a long
so
day.
nice to sit.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, iteration 2.
Oh. Pleasantly surprised.
Yep. Okay. Version 2. Ready? What do you think?
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's just.
We haven't built the legs yet for the day bed, so. Oh, baby.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
This is comfortable. I dig it, for sure.
Oh, I'm tired. Alright, so in the daylight, this is what it looks like. We still have some fine tuning to do. We've got to paint it with that mold and mildew primer, just to make sure we don't get any mold and mildew. We still have to build some legs. When this is pulled out, we want to be able to take legs and kind of stick them into place so that, you know, it doesn't just go over. A lot of people instead use heavy duty drawer slides, but those can get really expensive, so we just decided to do it the more budget friendly way. So this is what it looks like. What do you guys think? In this video, we are going to be building out our bed setup, and we're gonna do a queen size bed in the back. The reason why we're doing this now is so that we can figure out how we're going to configure some of the plumbing on this side and our electrical box on this side. So once we're able to figure that out, then we can build those things out and then build up from there. This is our bed setup. In the back where we have our curve, we're going to have static slats, and in the front we're going to have opposite slats, but we're going to be able to hinge so we can access our water system on the right side and our electrical system on the left side under the bed. have our entire frame built out. Nothing is connected. Matt is gonna cut, I think, between 20 and 30 slats.
Yeah, we mathed out 22, but then when we were doing more math today, it came out to 33. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the wine when we did our calculations. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So it's either we're gonna start with 22 and see how many we actually get, but I don't know. Figure it out.
All right, let's do it.
We've seen people make their bed platforms out of plywood, and we were kind of curious about what would the weight difference be between these slats and plywood. I googled it. 3/4 inch plywood weighs about 60 pounds, and 1/2 inch plywood weighs about 40. So we're gonna weigh up just what the slats are and see what the difference is. These are each about 3/4 inch. Some are like 5/8, some are a little bit different because we ripped them with the table saw, but besides the point, let's check it out now. Alright, so with the slat method, the slats alone weigh about 29 pounds. So even if we were to do a sheet of plywood, if it's like more sturdy or whatever, it would need to be more than one sheet of plywood and there would be a weird seam somewhere in the middle. So this is definitely a lighter option. Yeah, and we might be trying to lose a couple boards just to kind of make it a little bit more even.
Sweet. That makes me feel good to know that it's way lighter.
Yeah.
It's way lighter.
It's a lot lighter. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, man, this is going to be heavy just carrying all these boards and stuff. You're not building a house, you're building a trailer. It's got to be lighter. So just think about that. You don't need big 2x4 lumber. You can cut it and shave it and stack it vertically, and that will help with the weight.
Yay.
Yay. About 25 pounds. Move that broom. You ever watched whatever that makeover show was? Extreme Home Makeover?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oof.
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 Oof. Did we mess up? Why is this all of a sudden? Did we not have the inner walls up when we taped out the bottom? Here, can you scoot it forward to the point where we can actually just put it down? Why does it seem like it's so far out now? Because this was our tape. I remember being like maybe 4 inches past. But this is like...
way more.
That's probably like a foot. Alright, we figured out our problem, and...
Math.
Pretty obvious, we just mathed wrong. So these edges here... Yeah, basically that. This is basically what we did wrong.
Why didn't we measure it when we put it together?
The problem was we forgot to account for both sides of the frame. So this is supposed to be 60 by 80, so the mattress will rest right on top, and we'll add a little bit of a lip on it after. But basically the mattress is going to be held in place by the walls. But what we forgot to do is account for the thickness of the wood, which is 1.5 inches. So we did 78.5 inches, and it's supposed to be 77 inches this way, and then the pieces on the sides.
I mean, that could get us like at least 3 inches back.
Yeah. You got a little wedgie?
Yeah.
Want me to pick it for you? With my teeth.
Okay.
Alright, so I think you're right. I think at the very least we need to come back. This is a nice little cubby in the back, but it is way too goddamn big. 14.5 inches off the wall.
I think at most we get an extra 2 inches, but it's worth it.
Oh, 100%. So I guess this is probably one of the things that we messed up on with the mock layout. We only did the front bar.
We did.
And we didn't. We're just like, oh yeah, 60 inches off of the wall, which is actually on the floor down here. That's a huge, huge difference.
If we can get behind that window, then that would be the goal.
Okay, so let's just rip the piece.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. Woo! Well, honestly, things were going way too smooth today, and you know, this is what it is.
The plan is to slice the 60-inch pieces in half so that we can get 80 inches side to side. All right, take 2.
We're back for round 2, and we're 5 pounds lighter. Please go.
So much further back. It's so much further back.
Yeah, I mean, based off of this, we're a couple of inches at least. Gosh. I'm getting really tired. I think we should.
I'm starving.
Alright, then honestly, we should probably just leave. Let's do this. How about that intro, guys? Alright, let's catch you guys caught up with what we did.
Yeah, let's catch you guys caught up.
Get you guys caught up. Get you guys caught up. Alright. So last night after we got into our fight and then realized we were just really hungry and tired, we stopped filming and then we decided to paint all of the slats and the frame for the bed.
We're using this Kit's mold and mildew stuff. It's really just primer. We're not going to actually paint it because you're not going to see this stuff. We have all of our slats ready to be assembled, and we're going to do the stationary slats first. And those are going to be in the back. On the front slats, we're going to have it at a hinge. We have 30-inch slats. We're going to attach them, and that is this morning.
I just cut these 4-inch spacers, so we're going to have a 4-inch gap between each slat on the front and in the back. So basically that gives us enough room for 3/4 on each side of each slat, which is 2.5 inches, which, if you add that together, the maths out to 4 inches.
Here's our bed frame, and we still have to do some fine tuning and try to pull it back as far as possible. But we've got our static ones in the back. This is where Matt's gonna sleep. And then we have the hingeable slats that are gonna go in the front, but we're gonna keep it open for now because we still need to configure our electrical system, which is right here. You can see a little sneak peek. We have some water and plumbing going on this left side, so we're gonna be able to store quite a bit of stuff here. And then some laundry, some clothing storage, all that. Yeah.
It's a video, you know that, right?
No. Woohoo!
So we've been doing a lot of thinking, and
on the John.
yeah, we're doing a lot of thinking on the thinking throne. And basically, this is how our bed's gonna be. We're framed out. We know exactly this is as far back as we could possibly get it. We were gonna have a much larger bathroom originally, but then after kind of thinking about it and realizing that we're losing a lot of space with the size of our bed, we're gonna just have a smaller wet bath. So that's what I'm in the middle of right now, wet bath.
All right, now that we're caught up, we're gonna get started with this area right here. What we have to do is run some plumbing from this side to that side because this is where our kitchen galley is gonna be, and we need to get some water to our sink. To do that, we're gonna run these PEX tubes all the way around the bed without making any connections. So if there is a leak, it's not going to affect the electrical system. Plus, we learned from the van that it's really important that any connections that you make, in case they fail, you wanna have some access to them. So you don't really want to hide things that you need to get to. Once we're done with that, we are able to put in our bed frame, and hopefully tomorrow we can get our mattress in, and then we're ready to sleep in this Airstream. Since you have to wait for the electrical system video, here's a little sneak peek. We're able to use the app to turn off all of our 12-volt appliances, so when we drill into this wall, we're not gonna hit a live 12-volt wire.
We're using 1/2-inch PEX for all of our plumbing, and the goal is to go from the hot water heater all the way around the perimeter of the Airstream, curve the walls, and then connect to our sink, which is going to be somewhere over here. This stuff is pretty bendy. Our original plan was to kind of cut across, but then we realized we would have some connections and it being right over the batteries. Figured this way we can go around the back where there's really nothing going on back there, drill a couple holes through, and it should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, we're just making a mess, but you know what? We're looking good while we do it. Alright.
They do look like hula hoops.
I know.
When we posted on Instagram that we were bringing this to the Airstream, people thought it was hula hoops, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's so fun!" Now, it's plumbing.
I have no time for hula hoops. That's honestly perfect.
Yeah.
Where's our sink? Just over there somewhere?
It's like here, where I'm standing.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just leave it long. Plumbing is fun, guys. It's actually not as complicated as you think it is, but I do say that having done plumbing in our van. The first time it took me absolutely forever, but once you learn how to use PEX and the different types of connections, it's super, super easy. I could probably plumb an entire house. How do you feel about moving in 5 days?
I don't feel great.
Boom. Our bed frame is mostly in. We have the entire back half secured, and now we just have to work on the front half, the middle part, and then we're gonna secure the back legs through the floor, just like we've been bolting everything else. But honestly, Megan just crawled over it, and it didn't budge at all. It didn't even sag in this front part. I'm ready to live in it. Yeah. I don't even need anything else.
It looks so
I use a bucket.
Solid. To bolt things to the ground, we're using these little brackets. And we're gonna have to put them on our legs, bolt it through, or screw it through. It depends on whatever we have. And then we bolt it to the ground. So we need to connect some more legs. But over here where the electrical box is, I don't think we need any more legs.
No, we have so much.
And then the idea is we can lift this and we have access to the water tank and the electrical system. I mean, this is just perfect.
So solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
4 days until we move in, and last night we got all of the bed done except all of the cubbies. But we decided to paint them last night so that we can just zip them in today. So all we have left to do is scribe the sides for our footer and our header. A scribe for every inch.
Popping in a new jigsaw blade so we have a nice clean cut.
Alright, let's go test it. Whatever, nothing a little bit of caulk won't fix. All right,
Subscribe for our OnlyFans.
Oh, you are bending down. Alright, here's what we're doing. Matt is measuring every inch and I am scribing every inch. We're going to connect the dots and then we're going to cut it with a jigsaw. It works for the right side. Hopefully it works for the left side.
And if you hear a weird noise, it's our air conditioning. It's very hot and no, we're not turning it off. Can I give you a random tip from I learned from art?
What?
If you move your whole arm rather than just your wrist, you'll have a... You can do a straight line much easier.
Oh. Let's give you a time, Megan, in there.
Oh. Look how strong this bed is. Come on.
What?
Wet. See how this fits. Keep going, keep going, go, 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 go.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna move on to our kitchen gallery, and this is where all of our kitchen stuff is gonna go. So we've got our fridge, our induction cooktop, and a nice water filtration system that we didn't have in the van. So I'm very excited about it. It's water drop, and all of the links to the products we're using are going to be in this description. We got pretty much everything from Lowe's, but the fridge came from Unaka Gear Co. And we do have a 5% off discount. Matt's coming over with the fridge right now, and we're going to make sure it fits in this crevice that we have planned to put it.
Can we just slide it through?
Yeah, just slide it. Ooh, can you take that out?
Yeah.
This is the Isotherm 130 liter Cruise Elegance.
No. It's the Cruise Elegance 130. You heathen, Megan. You heathen.
We had the 85.
It was really nice.
Airstream, and we loved it, so we wanted to make sure we got the exact same brand. And we have a much bigger freezer, although now that I look at it, it looks about the same. But there's a lot more storage. We've got a crisper drawer now, which we didn't have before.
That would be nice. Crisping stuff.
It smells in here. It smells like new refrigerator.
It smells like new plastic.
It smells like new plastic. Idea.
It's available at Unaka Gear Code. If you use our discount code, you can save 5% off of yours.
I already told them.
Oh.
We're gonna put this induction stove right here. I haven't unboxed the sink, but the sink does come with a little cutout. So we're gonna go for the sink right here. It's gonna be right in front of our window, and we had no control over where our windows are, guys. We have no control. We went with a big sink, guys. We do a lot of cooking, and Matt does all of the cleaning, so.
Admittedly, we had an even bigger sink, but once we realized that the curvature of our bed and the walls pushed everything out about 9 inches, we had to get the smaller sink, which is still a huge sink for an RV, but we're pumped. This is probably the biggest sink we've ever had.
You want to unbox it?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
I think that looks great.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. Under the bed, we're going to store some lesser used things like suitcases, winter clothes, tools, and so I want to put this down, and it's a protective layer because our subfloor is fiberglass, and I just want to make sure that we don't accidentally scuff it up for some reason. We're not doing flooring all the way around. You might have noticed that we don't have flooring down before we have all of this build stuff, because we're only going to do flooring where you can actually see the floor. So this is our protective layer. There we have it. I put a little duct tape in the back where the seam hit, just so we don't have to, just so it doesn't lift up, but we have it. Alright guys, it is a warm day, but it's finally time to get our bed in. We have a 14-inch mattress, and we've been sleeping on it for quite some time, so it's a huge upgrade from your regular RV mattress, and I'm super excited about it. So it's really heavy.
We have to watch. Oh. Put it down.
Okay, it's really heavy. I need to get up. That's a bit.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Nice. Perfect size.
Oh.
Oh man.
Woohoo! So nice. Babe.
So nice.
Oh, this feels so great to have a mattress. Woo. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
We did it.
It's been a long time coming.
Whew.
I'm so hot. You're so sweaty.
Oh, so sweaty. These will be like our working sheets until we put like the sleeping sheets on.
Yeah.
But man, this feels great.
Well, let's show them the cubbies. We have cubbies in the back that are unfinished, but that's gonna be for all of our clothes, and it looks like it's gonna be plenty of space. On the side here, we have a little cubby for linens and extra blankets and stuff like that. And on the other side, we have another little cubby where we're gonna put, I'd say, like exercise stuff and laundry that's not really ready to go into the laundry basket, but too dirty to go into the clean clothes. You need to build in a space for that in-between clothing section.
Most people have a chair for that in their house. We don't have a chair for that in our house, so we have a built-in cubby. To access our electrical and our water system, we need to make sure that we can lift the bed up. So that's why we have the hinges halfway through. And I'm just hoping that the supports are strong enough to lift. These might be too tall. Let go. Because this is not 100 pounds.
We'll figure it out.
Now that the bed's in, we're gonna worry about the gas struts to make that lifting up a lot easier. We're gonna turn the fans on and get back to working on our galley. This.
Since time was ticking and we were behind schedule, we decided to let go of the galley and make sure that our front bench is actually secured down.
These are so light.
First, we had to make sure it was painted with the mold and mildew primer, and the last thing to do was to rewire the trailer wiring and bolt these benches to the ground. Now we have at least a little bit of permanent storage as we move into this Airstream for the first time. So to give a little bit of a tour, this is our bed area. We're pretty much all done, but we might be doing an upper here, we might do a shelf, and we need to do a cover for the clothing storage back there. I would say the bed is livable, but not, you know, fine-tuned. I don't think anything's gonna be fine-tuned until the end of this entire build. So we have the bed area, and then this is supposed to be our wet bath, but right now we have some of our kitchen items because we are moved in. And then our kitchen galley is coming up next.
And this is our front seating area, which we have pretty much dialed in. We have some little final touches we're gonna make look nice. We're finally gonna do something about that, but for now, we've got our Lagoon swivel table and a little makeshift table out of just some plywood till we figure out what we're gonna use for our final thing, but
yeah, and thanks Kathy for the Lagoon mount.
Yes,
it is
thank you, Kathy.
Perfect for our space.
Thank you, Kathy. We've officially lived in this Airstream for 2 days now, and now we have to work on our galley to get us one step closer to moving out of my mom's backyard. So subscribe to follow the rest of the build and our future adventures, and we'll see you in the next one.